coming to you to talk to you a little bit about how to convert your leads into customers. So, how to convert leads into customers. First of all, not all leads are created equal. As you know from seeing them in your clinic, it is far better to qualify them beforehand than it is to waste everyone's time with them being in the clinic. Not only are they wasting your time, but they're also wasting your staff's time, right? That they could be more productive with people who are more qualified. So we spend quite a bit of time talking to them about where they live, if they are familiar with chiropractic, if they have tried things like this before, just kind of talking, having conversation about this kind of stuff. It's really important that your appointment setters, whoever that is, that they understand this and they are kind of connecting with them beforehand so that they can kind of get this information from them. So provide context for your appointment setters. Appointment setters need to understand why you're asking these questions and how they qualify and how they help, streamline things in your clinic. When I am talking to our appointment setters and training them, we are going through a lot of information about what is qualification criteria, and what we consider to be important things when we are talking to prospective patients. It really helps them have a more fluid conversation with them. The patient doesn't feel like they're being pre-qualified. They're just getting information from them, just chatting with them. So it can make a really big difference if the appointment setter understands why they're asking these questions. All right, so along the same idea, train your appointment setters to understand, okay? Go beyond the scheduling, because appointment setters, they should understand you. They should understand your practice. They are an extension. In fact, they might even be as important because they are the first impression of your brand. Give them the information that you would use, that you would use when you're talking to them. It will make your report of findings so much easier if they've had these kinds of conversations before. So it also empowers them to be able to kind of help you pre-qualify them, helps them engage in conversation with them and talk about their interests and building that empathy for what the expectation is and just what to expect when they get into the clinic. So practice active listening and qualifications. So a really big thing that we teach our appointment setters is that we don't use scripts. I don't allow them to use scripts. We go case by case after we talk about the basics of what to expect. And we really just talk about connecting with them, hearing their pain point, hearing what they have going on, how long have they been messing with this, what are the things that they've tried in the past. It also leads to questions that can help us financially qualify them. If they're telling us about their lower back pain, be like, oh, what do you do for work? Helps us understand, like, are they sitting a lot? Are they driving a lot? They're in the car a lot, commuting. So there's a lot of things that give your appointment setters context to where this lead is coming from. If they are answering all the questions with, well, I just take 8 Advil a day, probably not a great quality lead. Or maybe they just don't have the information, but we want to help give a little bit of information, some patient education beforehand, so that when they come into the ROF, it's not a surprise with some of the things that you're saying, and they oftentimes are less likely to buck what you're saying. So train your appointment setters to understand why we do these things and let them understand the importance of what it is that you do and what you look for when you're talking. All right, so focus on building relationships, not just appointments. This kind of goes along with what I was just saying. It's not just about numbers. Well, it is about numbers. I mean, obviously, we want to see a really healthy patient flow. But I don't know about you, I'd much rather talk to 2 qualified leads who understand the value of what you do, that give someone that you are able to close then to a care plan, than 10 people who are tire kickers, right? So again, being personable, empathetic, highlight how chiropractic solutions can be way better than a lot of other options that include medications and surgery, and just kind of giving them a little bit of this context so that when they're talking to them, they're able to connect with them. So offer value during the call. So our appointment setters are really trained to let them know, what kind of tools they have, what you guys are good at, what you're able to solve, problems that you're able to help with, so that they feel like they are equipped to answer these questions. Truthfully, I have spent the past probably 7-8 months when we switched over our way at eScale of doing appointment setting. So we used to do power dialing, and boy, did they power dial. They would call 600-700 people a day, and they just call. And, their schedule rate was like 7-8%. And even worse, their show rate was about 50%. I've even talked to several doctors recently who are seeing like a 30-40% show rate. I am telling you, we do take prepayment for visits, but more importantly, that connection, that relationship building with the patient is why we are at a 90% show rate now, and why we're able to schedule about 30%, 35% of the people that we're talking to. So they really need to understand how to connect with these people, right? They need to talk about so what have you done to try to handle this problem? What is it that you're looking to handle? How long has this been bothering you? How long, into the future, like what happens 5 years from now if you're not getting any better? What's going to happen? Let them come to these things on their own, because again, it's just going to make your ROF so much easier. We're not doing a medical history to take a medical history. We're talking a little bit about their medical history just to have that connection point, and for them to be able to understand why we're asking these things is really important. All right, so technology is really important, because if you have somebody, so we do 17 touch points per lead. That's a super full-time job. Ask me how I know. I've done it. I worked in a practice for 2 years as their marketing director, and it was my job to funnel all the leads. We were getting between 100 and 150 leads a month, and it was my job to do all the touch points. And let me tell you, it's exhausting. It's also really easy to get lost in who you've talked to, what touch point you're on with them. Now, I work for a company that uses Go High Level, and I actually ended up using it in my clinic that I was at as well. So building these things out to where you have some help, right? We are only human, and it's natural for us to drop the ball if you're talking about 17 touch points per person and you've got 150 leads. That's thousands of touch points. So leveraging some scheduling tools is really important. You can actually have a link go out to them so that they're able to schedule themselves. It's really important for the appointment setters to then follow up and just confirm that time with them, make sure it's still good. Talk to them a little bit, engage with them, get them to actually show up for their appointment at that time. The other thing that's really important is to set up automated reminders. So gone are the days of having to call everybody the night before and let them know that they have an appointment the next day. You want to be sending out appointment reminders. So if you don't have a CRM that can do that, there are a lot of EHRs, like I know Jane and ChiroTouch, they'll send out automatic reminders for appointments. If you don't, look into a software like Go High Level. It's really great. You can also build out, messages that can go out to leads and try to get them scheduled, try to get them to engage. But ultimately, you want to have people doing the conversations with them. We do not use AI. We only use automated text messages, of which I write, so they sound like a person, that actually do the outflow, and then my team jumps in for the inflow. Tracking and analyzing your numbers is, I know this is the boring part, but it's really important. So it's really important that you're tracking what's going on. You know how many calls were made. You know how many of these people were booked. You know how many conversations happened. You know what the show rate of these people is. It's part of what's great about working with a company like eScale is that we track all this for you, so you don't have to. I will send a quick snapshot once a week or something to just kind of let you see kind of where we're at with your account and how many people we've talked to, what our booking rate is. We bonus our team. It doesn't change what we charge our doctors, but I bonus my team on how many appointments actually show up. So all of these kinds of numbers are really important to stay on top of. Getting the feedback to appointment setters is also really important. So we have a weekly call where I go through with my team what their schedule rate was, what their show rate was, why are numbers dipping? Is it a lead flow problem? Is it an ad problem? Is it, we're not talking to good people anymore? We've had several accounts, different areas behave differently on Facebook. So some areas are changing the ad, every few weeks, and then it peters out. Other places, they can run for months. We had a doctor recently who she's been with us for 2.5 years. Her ads do very well. They tend to be able to run for really long periods of time, which is really fantastic, and a lot easier for her on the content side. But a couple weeks ago, we started noticing, hey, the lead flow is still really good. Like, it looks like there's a good number of leads coming in, but they're terrible to talk to. They're not answering the phone. They're not serious about booking an appointment, or they're upset by the new patient cost or having to prepay. All these things started giving us some red flags. So we did create a new ad for her pretty quickly, and we got it out there. Her cost per lead stayed about the same, never really changed, but all of a sudden her patient flow was infinitely better again. So we were able to talk to a new audience and retarget some of the things and be able to see that. If we were not tracking our numbers, we wouldn't know that that was necessary, or to know where to diagnose the problem, right? If you have any questions, or if you're interested in utilizing our call center team, we actually do offer that just as a standalone because it's very time consuming and we've gotten pretty good at it. So I'd love to be able to talk to you. I'll drop my information before. Make sure to like and follow us.